Hey folks, Todd here. Today we're going to install the X15 TS on this 2022 and up model Toyota Tundra. Tools we'll be using for this installation are a ratchet with a 1/2 inch and 9/16 sockets and a pair of scissors. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is install our bulkhead seal. Now this is the bulkhead seal. You'll notice that you've got kind of a flat spot here and then an L-shaped leg that sticks up. That leg needs to be right at the edge of our bulkhead. So we're going to bring it over just like so, run it all the way from one side to the opposite side. I've gone ahead and wiped this surface down with rubbing alcohol. You want to make sure you do that on your truck as well. That removes any kind of soap buildup or wax residue that might be there and gives you just the surface to adhere to. So I'm going to go ahead and peel away a little bit of the tape protectant. And then I'm going to go ahead and set that in place right here, right at the edge. Get my initial tack, and then I'm going to stretch out the length of the bulkhead seal. Make sure it's coming across nice and straight. And when we get to the other side, we're going to go ahead and cut that in place. All right, next what we're going to do is we're going to focus on our block seal. Now this is a corner cab seal. It's going to go right up in the corner here. I've got a bed rug here. We're going to peel that down. I've already gone ahead and wiped this area and here clear with some alcohol as well. What I like to do is kind of pull the bed cap loose. It's just going to pop loose. This is going to be installed right here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and peel away the tape protector. All right, we're going to lift this up, slide that in place, make sure it's all the way up against the corner. And then as we drop the bed cap back down, I like to push in on the block seal. Repeat the same process on the opposite side. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and attach our rail to the bed cap. Now, directly underneath the bed cap, you're going to see this channel. This is with the deck rail system from Toyota. If you do not have a deck rail system, you use standard clamps. This one does have a deck rail system, so we're going to use these style clamps. Now, I've already got this together and kind of got this pulled apart a little bit, but we've got this C-shaped portion right here that's actually going to slide into the deck rail system. So in order for it to slide in, what we need to do is pull out this end plug. Just kind of push in and pull out. And then that C-shaped portion slides right into the deck rail. What we're going to do, slide this one all the way towards the front, and then just kind of let it hang out of the way. And do the next two the exact same way. Get the center one in right towards the middle, and the back one about a couple inches in away from the tailgate side. All right, now we can go ahead and turn our attention to the rail itself. Now on the back side of the rail, we're going to see we've got an end cap that's on the end of the rail. I've already gone ahead and wiped that down with rubbing alcohol. In your kit, you're going to have some seals that look just like this. Now, you're going to have two that are a mirror image of each other. One goes on the back side and one goes on the front side. So we're going to line up to where it matches the shape. Go ahead and peel away the tape protector and then set that in place. Then we'll also have these end plugs. That's for the T-slot. You'll notice you've got the raised portion in the center that needs to go up. Go ahead and slide that into the T-slot. Once that's slid into the T-slot, we're going to use this 1/8 inch Allen wrench that's included in our kit, and we're going to snug it down. Now all we want to do is just kind of make contact there because that gives us some friction to lock it in place. Don't over tighten that because those are plastic threads and you'll just strip it right out. So we're going to flip this around, do the same thing to the front end. So we've got the cap here. we're going to install the seal. Go ahead and peel that away. And again, go ahead and take our end plug, slide that in, and with our 1/8 inch Allen wrench, snug that down. Now we can go ahead and turn this around. Now this is the driver's side rail, and you'll notice that we've got a trigger latch on this side. That's how you can verify it's the driver's side. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna hang it right on top of the bed cap. So we're gonna set it on top of the bed cap. We're going to then slide it forward to where it's meeting up to the bulkhead. And we're gonna compress it a little bit to where we got a 3/8 of an inch gap up at the front. And then we're gonna go ahead and rotate our clamps up. I'm gonna start with the center. We wanna get it locked in where it's riding the notch on the bottom and also kind of married into the grooves on the rail up at the top. We're gonna go ahead and tighten that up finger tight first. And once we've got that finger tight, we're gonna keep pressure on top of it and then tighten it down with a 1/2 inch wrench or ratchet. Gonna bring it to 10 foot-pounds. All right, next we're gonna go to our front. Do the exact same thing, make sure it's all lined up. Once it is finger tight, 10 foot-pounds with a ratchet. I'm gonna go ahead and reinstall the deck rail end plug and do the rear one. All right, repeat the same process for the rail on the opposite side. Okay, so here is our cover. Now, I've already installed the bolt on the driver's side. I want to show you how to install the bolt on the passenger side. So this end cap on the header rail needs to come off. So I'm just going to take my socket wrench and tap that out. Set that to the side. We're going to take the bolt from our kit, slide it in place. Now, this bolt will slide back and forth. What we want to do is we want to line that bolt up to this oval hole. Now, as we do, because we don't have a lot of space between the shelf here and our deck rail system, what we're going to do is take our large washer and just kind of slide it in place right here. Do that on the other side as well. All right, we're going to go ahead and rotate that over and allow the bolt to drop down into the hole. All right, now that the bolt is in the hole, I'm gonna go ahead and take the tension out of the cover, and we're gonna go underneath and attach the hardware. Before we attach our hardware though, take a look, make sure that your strap is coming down inside the bed of the truck. If that's going over top of the bulkhead in front of the bed, go ahead and lift this back up, pull the strap through, double check that on both sides. Next, what we're going to do is take the nylock nut out of the kit, and we're going to go ahead and get that started on that bolt. I like to run it up finger tight until it hits that nylock and won't go any further. Then I'm going to take the 9/16 socket, go right over top, and start to snug that down. Now, we don't want to tighten this all the way down. We just want this to connect and get a little bit of tension on that so it can slide back and forth, but not have any slop. All right, there we go. Repeat the same on the opposite side. Okay, now that we've got everything snugged up down below, what we're gonna do is kind of roll this back a little bit and make sure, first of all, the cover is centered side to side, so you still can adjust this side to side a little bit. Now, once it's centered side to side, we also want to kind of lift up and push the Velcro forward. If you notice, the Velcro can slide forward and backwards, so we want it forward all the way on both sides. And we can go ahead and start rolling back towards the tailgate. All right, now when we get back to the tailgate, we're gonna get to our tail rail. Now, if you notice, you've got a little edge on either side of the tail rail. What we're gonna do is drop it down into that cam position and then rotate it. And now I'll draw everything back and lock into place. Now I can go ahead and fix the Velcro on the sides. There we go. Well, that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts or visit us online.